Hey guys, it's Cugsley, and welcome to part 2 of my video. So, right here we have a character, D-Class Char, so we switched from SCP-650 to this. So what we're going to do is, it's going to be kind of a joint thing, so these two are going to be working together. So I'm just going to place this down here. And this means, now because of the way this works, this is kind of a dangerous thing that I'm doing here, because what's going to happen is, if I save and I have SCP-650 intertwined with this, I can't delete this ever. Never. Like, the second I place this down and it's in here, if I delete this, this is deleted too. So, I was thinking, and I'm actually going to recreate SCP-610 to be a D-Class Char exclusive. What that means is there's going to be an SCP-6, did I say 610? Damn it. 650. To be, it's going to be, like, literally part of the D-Class Char, so we have it there, but I'm going to cut really quickly, because I just now thought of this literally while talking to you guys, and, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut, and I will have recreated it, which is pretty easy, in this, area here, so, yo, up now to you, future me. Alright guys, so I'm back, and we have our SCP-650 basically done. So what we're going to do now is, this one here is not actually the object though. So these two here are completely different. You can almost tell a difference, mainly just with the shading, but it's really small. Either way though, so this one's different than the other one, right? Which means that I can delete 650 and the D-Class Char will remain perfectly safe. Nothing will happen. So that's good, because I don't want to have these two intertwined, and I basically call it, because that's what they are. The second that I have one object making another object, unless I'm like certain I want that to be the case, they'll become unnecessarily intertwined and cause a bunch of problems with kind of like deleting or editing it. So now what we're going to do is, we have the basics here, and we're going to add a new microchip onto here. And we're going to name it simply SCP-650 Generation. Or we can like shorten it, we'll probably place it there. It's going to be wireless, it's going to be independent from everything else, so we'll do SCP, let's try 650, let's do spawn. That's about as simple as I can get. So, and we'll name it that, or customize it as that. And we're going to go for not completely black, because it will not work if we do that. Let's try to just make it as close as possible. Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. So just black and white. Alright, black and white. So now, we have this microchip, and we're going to add some stuff in there. So what's going to happen is, we're going to add a thing on here for SCP-650, and it's going to be a tag. And it's going to work kind of in the same way that 173 works. It's going to be SCP-650, of course. So, let's try SCP-650. So what's going to happen is, this is going to send a signal, right? Or actually, rather, the player is going to receive a signal. So, that tag is there. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to copy the logic from here. That might help a little bit. Just the basics. So what we're going to do is, we're actually going to go over here. I think, yeah, so this is just sensing right side, left side of 173. We're actually going to make a branch off and do SCP-650. So what's going to happen, we just need SCP dash, and then it should pop up. Here it is. So what's going to happen is, if SCP-650 is seen here, which is kind of like the shape of one's line of sight, and of course there's like a special case. So what we're going to do is, we're going to open this up, and we're going to take the closer line of sight. So basically this square here is to represent kind of what that cone misses, because line of sight is more of a 180 degree kind of like half circle, and you know, that's kind of missed out on when you have let me open it up, when you have this instead. So that's kind of what that square is for. it creates an almost realistic line of sight. So what we're going to do is we're going to have this OR gate and we're going to connect the two. Now what's going to happen here is now it's looking for SCP-650, or at least that one is. We're going to have to change this one too. Just do that and add a space and it should appear. Perfect. So of course, let me actually change this a little bit and make it so you can't see it when he's behind you. Let's go to right about there. Because 173 is a little different due to how it works. There we go. So now what we have is sight, right? And it's looking for it, and when it sees it, it gives an output. And what's going to happen is that I'm thinking, so he's not going to move at all, right? He never actually moves. He's going to be spawned and then despawn and spawn again, always behind the player. This creates like the best kind of illusion that he moves behind him, and it will create the best paranoia. So let's just make that a little neater. There we go. So what's going to happen is I'm thinking that now we have sight, and what I want to do is perhaps have right here, right? We're going to have an emitter, of course, and it's going to be randomized. Reason being is because you can't always have him every single time behind you, because then it kind of gets rid of the atmosphere, like, oh my god, what the fuck, it's right there. You know, so we have to make it a little more random. It's going to be maybe like a 1 in 6 chance. I think that's pretty good. Or later on, what I'll do is I'll change it so that way, if the 1 in 6 chance happens that he spawns, it decreases to a 1 in 2 chance that he'll appear behind you. And the second that he doesn't appear behind you, it resets, right? But we'll get there. So what I'm going to do is we have this randomizer here, which will lead to the emitter on chance F. So let's go over to the emitter here. And we're getting there. We're getting somewhere now. So here it is. So now we have kind of like we have like the beginning and the end, but there's something missing, right? So now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it to where this here has a deletion part. It's going to be a 1 in 3 chance of deletion. So we're going to make it we're going to make a NOT gate. What's going to happen is whenever you can't see him, right, it's going to activate the NOT gate, and it's going to activate a timer. That way it kind of leaves a little bit of a margin of error. So, or I guess decreases it. It's going to leave a window of time, right? We're about 0.2 seconds. It's going to be positional, and we are going to use, we're actually going to use, let's do timer output, right? It's going to be input to randomize, and what's going to happen is, let's make it a 1 in 3 chance. So this here will go into the emitter, right? And it'll be like, hey, delete this object, right? And we're gonna instantly have the guy already behind the character. That way I don't have to manipulate the emitter in any way. So let's do that. Let's actually find out here. Oh my god. Oh wow. Okay. What happens to it? Oh no. Let's change that to Jesus Christ. That should be part of the... Oh my god. Wow. Wow. That's... Oh my god. I don't know what to say. That I did not see that coming. Let's keep that. Let's keep that and make a new one. Which means now we actually... Oh my god. I'll be right back after remaking the animation. Hey guys, so I finished the animations, so now we have now we have this and also a regular one. So while I was doing that, I kind of just about finished setting up everything else, right? So I'm just gonna connect this emitter here, and then wait, wrong one. I'm gonna connect that there. And then I'm going to go in here and going to go over here and make it to where it's destroyed when it's already activated, right? So now everything's done. Had to delete it really quickly just to fix a small glitch. And now all we gotta do is just connect it up, make sure that it's not flying across the screen if you have it up on like a velocity basically. Make sure it emits instantaneously, make sure there's only one at a time. So that max emitted at once, and make sure that you have recyclable emitted objects off, right? Make sure it's off, because if it's not off, what's going to happen is it's going to make one, and then it's going to delete it and make another one constantly, right? It's going to be like a stream of them, but instantaneously. So do that, and then just connect it. So now we have this, and it kind of spawns in different angles. Now, the problem here, right, is this randomizer, right? So sometimes it's on A, sometimes it's on D, it's working, right? But I tried adding something, right, where I had a timer up here because I realized that there's only there's only one chance for it to go off, and after that, it'll never appear again, right? So what I had to do was I added this loop here to create kind of like a unending kind of output, and I just found out a solution, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a AND gate and an OR gate, right? And in fact, let me just copy it. What's going to happen is that one goes there, right? That makes sense. And this AND gate is going to go here. Now what's going to happen is it's only going to work, right? That timer is only going to work if F is not on, right? And once the timer says work. So what's going to happen is that's going to happen, and it's going to activate this OR gate, which will go into randomize. Now what should happen is it should randomly select it. Now the problem is it selected that F on the first try. So let's try it again. And D. Now it should go. Now if you notice, it's not changing. Reason being is because of this. So that's on because that there, which means it's not working because there's a constant stream of a constant flow. So we're gonna try is perhaps countdown. So that way it might actually work. Let's find out, right? We'll work through glitches as we go along, right? So as you can see, it is kind of going off there. Now it's activated. And because of that, that's not doing anything. So what's going to happen is it's not going to disappear until you see it first. So now if we pause and we turn this guy around, now he sees it, right? And he's still there. So now what's going to happen is that's activated, and this here is at 0. It's not activated yet. So now when we turn it around, right, there should be a slight thing here that activates that, and did, and it activated this. So in fact, actually, if we let a direct one to destroyer there, then we wait for it to spawn in, which shouldn't take too long. There we go. So now we turn around, he's there, turn around again, and he should be destroyed. Of course, he wasn't. I don't know if that's because he was activated at the same time, but we're going to need to work on this. So, as of right now, though, we have the basics down. He appears and he doesn't disappear, which is the problem. And the only reason I can guess that is because when you look on it, let's actually increase this. This will allow us to really tell. First of all, good, it's on output, not finished time. Otherwise, it'll basically disappear. Let's actually increase this to like 10 seconds, right? Reason being is so that way we just we can really see what's going on there. We can tell if the timer activates, if it's activating this AND gate or not, right? We can see all this stuff. So, any moment now, there we go. And he's in our beautiful position of whatever that is. And what's going to happen is, the timer is at 0. I'm going to turn around, right? And the timer should still be at 0. Now what's going to happen is he's going to turn around again. And the timer should start, right? Now here's the problem. It says that F isn't activated. In fact, it says C is activated. So here's what I'm going to do instead. Right? We might not actually need this. In fact, let's try this out. There we go. Let's see if that works, because this should actually fix all of it. So he's going to keep spawning, keep spawning, keep spawning, keep trying. And if you notice, nothing's changing there. And that is odd. So let's take a look here. It seems to me... Oh, F is activated. Perfect, that's why. That's why. I didn't even notice it. So F is activated, which means he's there. Now, we're going to turn around. And this doesn't account for blinking, by the way. This does not account for blinking. So now I see him. And now I'm going to turn around again, right? And he disappeared. And now he's B. So there we go. We've officially made it work. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to decrease the timer to around 0.4. And when you play, right? Nothing there. Nothing there. Huh. That's odd. And let's see if he spawns in at any point. Because that will be very interesting if he does. And make sure that it's actually working. Yeah, alright. So it seems that he'll always stay behind you, which is exactly what I want. So if you're walking, let's say everything's all fine and dandy, and you're walking in this vast blue void. And I don't even know when he's going to spawn. That's a crazy... Oh, gee, see? He spawned. So now he kind of like appears as like, oh, I'm going to kill you. And so then if you look away and you look back, he's gone again. And it's like, oh my god. So there you go. Now you kind of have a basic SCP-650. And he's nowhere to be seen. He's like, well, where'd he... Oh, there he is again. And so that works really well, right? We kind of have that there. Now, what I'm going to do is, because I think I can do this fast. We'll find out. I'm going to try making it to where once he spawns, it changes it and makes it more likely for him to spawn again. We're going to make it a 66% chance that he's going to spawn again, right? Now, what we're going to do is, to do that, we're going to need a counter. Now, I'm saying it like I know what I'm doing, but I'm kind of... When I say, like, to do this, we need, I'm saying, like, I think we need. So, now we have this, and we're going to have this randomizer here. And what's going to happen is this. So, now we have this, right? But we're going to have an AND gate here as well, so now it's kind of going back and forth. And we are going to need it so that if this counter is on, then what's going to happen? There we go, right? So, now we kind of have this thing going, and it doesn't do anything yet, right? The counter is completely just kind of on its own, like it starts, but it'll basically completely break it if we do anything. So now what we need is we need to actually connect, I'm thinking, this to here. What we're going to do is we're going to add an AND gate, and it's going to be the same thing, but without the knot, right? And hopefully I get this right. I think I have it right. Typically, when I'm creating something, what I'll do is I'll make kind of like a prototype first and just see, alright, well, what's the general idea, and how can I make it better? So now we have this, right? And of course, we're going to have this NOT gate there, yada, 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 all this stuff. And we're going to add an OR gate to this, and instead, though, we're going to also have, oh, an OR gate, perfect. I can just copy and paste it. So it's going to be 3 possible scenarios with 2 of them leading to spawning. So it's going to go like that as well. I think I can connect this and make that work. Let's find out. Yeah, so now we have that. No, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do 2 different things there. Reason being is, and I can like always go back and, you know, produce some wires, but I don't want it so that way this one is on, it doesn't change, and so it's going to make it really weird. So what I'll do is I'll make it to where that counter has to be on for this path to work. So we're going to do that, and then do that, and connect it there. So now what we kind of have here is this little group which basically switches, right? And it's, let's see what happens. Well, let's just start off by kind of seeing what happens. And in the process, I'm going to actually connect these. Alright, so that starts, and this is off, right? But let's see here. Connects there. Problem is, it's not turning on, right? And that's like, well, that's odd. Why is that? And that's because that's there. So what we need to do is we need to add an OR gate here and kind of bridge the two randomizers together. So we have this, right? That, we do that, and this. So now what's going to happen, what should happen, is, oh, let me reduce the timer here to back to like 0.2, right? Alright guys, so sorry for the jump cut, but I had to do something really quickly, so we're going to start off where we left off, which was reducing that timer there. And I've been working on this part for a while now, behind the camera. I've been like recording it, and then some random caller from Chicago goes on and is like, would you like to buy a car? I'm like, no. So either way though, I've been working on this for a bit, and as of right now, we're kind of getting nowhere with this more advanced part of the randomizer and getting it. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to completely cut out like the next 30 minutes of footage, right? Or whatever, however long it's going to take. And I'm going to cut straight to the result, which hopefully it happens today. If not, then, well, we'll see. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll leave it to future me to give the outro, I suppose. So, see you guys in your point of view right now. Hey guys, so I'm back, and yeah, it took a little longer than I expected to get this stuff working, and as you can see, I tried spreading stuff out a bit to make it a bit more organized, but this is the end product, and it works. So, the first change I did was I increased it from a 66% chance to, an 80% chance that it'll spawn again. This is just because too often it would go to like the one at the very bottom and reset it, and it would just like kind of be there once and gone the next one, right? So this increases the chance that that's not the case. So what happened was, right after I finished recording the last bit before I made this final jump cut here, it worked, right? It kind of worked. The problem was though that it would reset, right? So it would start, right? Like this randomizer here would go down to F, and it would cause the puppet to spawn, and it would activate this counter. And I added this one here for reasons I'll get into next, but it activated the counter, and it activated this. But what would happen is it would continue, like these timers here, right? These ones, especially this one here, would continue to randomize it after it already started, which means that it would keep randomizing until it hit F. Then it would reset it, and it would be stuck on this one, right? Basically making it a one-time appearance. So what I did to fix that was I made it to where this would activate, right? And you have to look at the puppet and then look away for it to reselect again. That way it kind of does it consecutively, and it makes it seem like it's there for a lot longer, because it is. And then I found out there was a problem with re-emitting it, so I would look at it, look away, and it would select something new, but it wouldn't re-emit it because there was a constant flow always going there. So to fix that, I just did this, where basically when you looked away, this timer here, as you know, would reset, and it would also reset this input here, or output here, which would re-emit it, basically. So with all that finished, yeah, it's done. So I was going to do some kind of cool montage of it, and kind of stick it at the end, but this video is really long, so it's a lot longer than I thought it would be. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show a small demonstration here, then I'm going to upload a new video, which is about 6 minutes long, it's already pre-recorded. Well, pre-recorded because I already, recorded it after it started working. It's like 8 o'clock right now, so it's a lot later. I might decide to remake this because I'm editing it. But, yeah, so I'm just going to try showing a demonstration if he spawns in, and leave. And then I'll upload the actual gameplay footage. So, as of right now, the regular timer, the one that activates the 1 in 6 chance of spawning, that's currently at 10 seconds per click, so it may possibly be a bit. What I'll do though is I will lower it. That way, you can just see him standing over there in the background. That actually kind of like made me jump a little bit. I'm going to lower this a bit just so it goes a little faster. So we're just going to start like 2. There we go. So now, there he is. Okay. So there's still a small glitch with randomly disappearing. It typically happens with fast movement. But if he will spawn, then that would be really nice. Typically if I just stand still, because he won't move around or despawn if I don't look at him to begin with. There he is. So now if I look away, and look here, now he's there, look there, now he's there, look there, now he's there. So he'll go consecutively, and eventually he will randomly disappear, because as you know, it will randomly select the last option on the randomizer, and it will reset to the 1 in 6 chance, which is right now. So yeah, that's SCP-650. I hope you guys enjoyed for this ridiculously long video, and I hope you guys learned something to like maybe use in your creation of stuff. So this was way longer than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Please comment what kind of other SCPs you want me to add in the game, or maybe ideas on like what I can make better. I'm open to all kinds of criticism. So yeah, see you guys later.